All right, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about the New York drones. Sounds like a football game or baseball game. All right, let's talk about the drones flying around. They're everywhere. They're out here, they're on the in the city. They're everywhere, but what you don't know is are they ours or are they aliens? Are they someone else's? I wouldn't fire upon them. And there's no law against drones. Yeah, as long as they're flying under 500 feet, there's no law against it. So, good luck with that. You'd have to pass a law or whatever. But here's the thing, some of them are not man-made drones. They might be alien, who knows? But I could tell you this much, I wouldn't fire upon them, and I would go about your day, right? I would go about your day. If they wanted us dead, we would already been dead. My God almighty, these people have traveled thousands of light years. I'm sure they have technology to wipe us all out if they wanted to. But then again, they might be peaceful aliens and they don't believe in destruction, right? We're in bad shape. This earth is in bad shape. I don't know what happened. They just can't figure it out. So the drones, yes, they're government drones. They're my drones. They're your drones. They're the people's drones. So don't mess with them. They cost a lot of money. And you'll be charged with shooting them down, right? You'll be charged with. You don't want to start a war with aliens, do you? You don't want to be the one known that you started a war with aliens, right? If they can reappear and disappear in a blink of an eye within milliseconds, I would imagine we'd be in deep crap if we went to war against them. If they were, if they were peaceful or hostile aliens, but I don't think they are. So, what can New York do about drones flying anywhere? There ain't nothing anyone can do. The police can't do anything, and the government can't do anything because probably 90% of them are ours. So, just go about your days, folks. You guys cry about it, but one of these days, that drone up there that you all see right now in the sky and in this footage here will save someone's life with footage of either a murder, an accident, or something completely crazy where they're going to want footage of it or to find out what happened. And the drones will have that footage. I mean, I don't know what there is. No, you folks, they were sleeping. They dropped the ball. Someone else picked the ball up and now is in control of this country. And they have technology that the government doesn't have yet. And that's what's pissing them off. And they won't get that technology. You'll have to shoot rockets into the air. The closest they came to this technology was the space shuttle. And they said that cost too much. There is one other there is one other thing we've been working on, which is the F-71 Blackbird, which a little bit of tweaking now has become a spaceship. Can fly out of the atmosphere and into space and re-enter space and everything. So this is all old technology, folks. It's been around for centuries. It's just the government didn't want to spend money on it. So they shelved it. They bought the patents and put it on the shelf. Hello, Miss Debbie Fox. Good evening. We're talking about aliens, love. Don't worry, you're perfectly safe. I don't think you have to worry about anything right now. I'll warn you if there's any aliens in your neck of the woods. All right. Am I afraid of them? No, not at all. They're the ones that gave us technology. So we're not afraid. It's these other people that are they haven't talked to the aliens yet. They're not friends with them because the aliens don't like them. And that for he's the world leader or whatever, but yet they don't want to talk to these people. They would rather talk to someone else. So learn how to talk alien. I This is how I talk to them. Mac, 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 mac. And they understand me. I don't know. It was a movie. We put the movie out. I mean, Mars Attacks or whatever it was with Jack Nicholson and everybody in it. I mean, that's how we talk. I don't know what you guys do. I have like, whatever you guys done pissed them off. I have no idea. I'm not feeling good tonight. I don't think it's aliens. We need to be afraid of humans are scary enough. Oh, you got that right, Debbie. You definitely got that right, little lady. I would be more scared of a dictator. Uh, and here's the thing media right now. I think our battle, our Armageddon, will be with the media business. With media, that will be our war. Because they say Kim Jong Un is a dictator and everyone around him dies. Do we know if that's true? Or is it just media putting out reports? Why? Because they want to start a war. Do we know anything? How come these leaders were all seen today in the church of Notre Dame? You're telling me that all of a sudden, all these people that were invited there from all these other countries and everything were all invited to Notre Dame. I think I even seen Kim Jong Un in the background back there. And yet they all, eh, what, how stupid are we? Is it aliens? Debbie, is it aliens? Are we that dumb where these people, 1 second they're at battle? Trump couldn't stand this person, couldn't stand it, but yet there he was today taking photos with the Ukraine president and everybody else, and Joe Biden and everybody else, and yada yada yada. And even England was there, and Prince Williams and everybody, and all kinds of other countries. And then they walk out of there, and it's World War III. Come on, people. Come on. I think I think the American citizens don't want a government no more. There's actual people saying now we could run this country without a president. I've said that for the past 30 years. Because it's set up, we only need certain branches to be open. Uh, you know, just let it run. Our United States military knows what to do to protect the American land and its allies and its citizens. Right? So a lot of people are saying, do we even need a president anymore? Do we need it? No, really, no. All we need is Social Security Administration, IRS, and military. Yeah, and unemployment, and that's about it. I mean, if you really want to look at it, and I mean, you really want me to tell you the truth, no, we don't need anybody. We can stay up and running without a president. But there would be so much hell we would pay for because you can't do that. You can't. Well, if I remember correctly, in the past we've gone over 6 months without a president, and the country ran just fine. It ran just fine. It is these doomsdayers, these psychological, political, and religion people that have literally brainwashed the people to thinking if you don't use these people and this stuff, the world will come to an end. And we buy into it every single time. Do I think any of these people are madmen that run the countries in these other countries? Nope, because there would be evidence of their madness in their own countries. It just ain't adding up. It didn't add up then. It ain't going to work. It didn't work. The system didn't work. Even the framers even told the people that put the Constitution, it'll work, but only for so long. And then you're going to bring in people from other countries, and then you're going to have rapes, killings, murders. And here is the thing: the framers told the people that wrote the Constitution and the people in power before they did that, they told them it's going to work, but only for so long. And once you open the borders, now you got every nut job over here. And it was a broken system put together in a farce to create something, to grab a hold of America, because it was just the Indians over here when the Pilgrims came here and conquered America or whatever. So they wanted to grasp hold of America. So they wrote this thing called the Constitution, and they created a government. And they slaughtered just like they did, just like King Arthur did over in England, just like the rest of them did. They slaughtered the people that did not go along with their group, that did not go along with the king or queen or whatever. It's no different. It's no different. You have the same thing in America. But because we have freedoms to walk around and say what we want, don't mean we're really free. Yo, Ricky, how you doing? So like I said, folks, leave the drones alone. There's nothing anyone could do about it. You're drawing more attention to them if they are aliens and not our drones. Then you're going to cause a war with aliens by shooting one of them down. Don't mess with them. Leave them alone. They're not bothering you folks. All they're doing is flying in the sky. Most of them are from news channels. And these people are going, my God, look at these drones. They're aliens. No, it's just a news channel. It's just a news channel. Instead of spending 1.7 million on a helicopter, and then you got to fuel it and everything. This drone costs $99, and it takes 30 minutes to charge, and you got 30 minutes or 40 minutes an hour of filming. So what do you do? What do you if you're doing it by money, are you going to spend the 1.2 million, or are you going to do the same thing with $99? Good night, Rick. Have a good night. So there you go, folks. The drones, leave them alone. They're not hurting nobody. Government, quit acting like you don't know what's going on. You become the father of lies. You know dang well it's our drones. You know dang well who it is. You know dang well you can't keep up with them. You know dang well you're shocked because it can pull 12 to 20 G's and not break apart, and no humans in it. Don't be upset. Don't be mad. Just go about your days. They're just drones. Like I said, 99% of them are just news drones, and people flying their drones, and they're not breaking the laws. As long as they're under 500 feet, they're not breaking the laws. There's nothing anyone could do. You're wasting my money in the court system with stupid stuff, laws and everything. You cannot fly a drone. No matter. Cut it out, folks. Drones have been around since the 60s, 50s, 40s. Yeah, drones, folks. They were called RC back then, radio controlled. And it's nothing, it's just old technology. There's nothing anyone could do. We probably got 50 or 60 of them inside the uh the building out there in the hangar, right from the 50s. About 16 foot wide. Um, and they look like a flying saucer. They're drones. They were made for radio control. They also were made to look like spaceships, like alien ships. And that was for aerodynamics. These people just don't know nothing about nothing. I'm dumb. I don't even have a degree in this stuff. Why do I know more about science than some of these professionals? Why do I know more about chemistry than some of these professionals? I have no idea. Maybe there was a mind altering change or something. I don't know. I don't know nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. I'm an idiot. I'm just being used as a vessel. That's it, folks. I'm being honest. I'm just a puppet like that. I'm just a vessel that an entity or whatever this thing is using right now. Maybe God, people say it's God. Maybe it's God. I'm not the one to choose or to determine who it is, but I wouldn't shoot down any drones. I would leave them be. They're not from any other country, folks. If they're from other countries, your government, the United States military, is more stupider than you could ever think. Your own United States military do not know if these are drones from other countries. Ladies and gentlemen, our military would be shooting them out of the sky. And if not, then your country, ladies and gentlemen, has been sacked. And this is the last message you will receive. I don't know what to say to these people. I do know what to say to God. All glory goes to God. Amen. So these people are shocked today. I don't know. We're dealing with the same people that came out. To this day, it was recently. It was only within the past 100 to 200 years that people came out of the pyramids. Do you folks understand there was still people living at the pyramids that never seen planes? There is actually people that live within the thickest jungles of the world today that still have not seen a white man or an airplane in the sky. They seen it, but what do they think? It's the gods. These people stayed back in time. We came out of the jungles. We came out of the pyramids and we went into the future. Why others stayed behind. And actually were living still in the pyramids in AD times, as some of us left and created a world. They still can't figure it out. What are you talking about? There's still people in the jungles that have never been discovered. There's actually millions of people within the jungles that do not know nothing about the world around them. Do you folks understand that? They literally live like they were still in cavemen in the jungles, and we watch them. They don't see us, but we see them. And they live like cavemen. To this day in 2024. No joke, I'm not lying. If they was to come out of the jungles, they probably would have heart attacks. What is all this madness? What is, oh my God, the devil? That's what they think. And we went through this with the pyramids. People, we flew over the pyramids and people were shocked. They thought it was aliens, spaceship, the gods. It was just us in a plane. We left that area and created planes and stuff. And then we flew back over as they still lived in AD. They can't figure it out. I'm done. Listen, Pentagon, everyone, Congress, everyone. I'm retiring. No, I finally came to the agreement with the Lord. There's just no help for these people. No, they just don't listen. Would anyone like to say anything? Feel free to voice your opinion. You might be smarter than me, and I'm dumb. So feel free to voice your opinion. Don't be shooting down any drones because literally you could be charged with damaging someone's property. And it might be a government drone. And the next thing you know, you get zapped by a new laser that's been produced. And you go up in ashes. Poof. Just like that. So I wouldn't be all these people throwing fits about New York and all the drones and it. Hey, listen, I live in the country. We got them out here. We go about our day. We go about our business. All you're doing is drawing more attention to them if they are alien. You're falling right into their hands. They want you to be memorized shot. Oh my God, which we all would be. If an alien ship that was like on Close Encounters of the Third Kind came down and everyone would be shocked. Would I be real shocked? Not really. Because this technology has been out since the 50s. And all it is just a machine. That's all. That's it. It's just a machine. It's just a way to get to point A to point B real fast. So fast, we can't even put a human on it because it's that fast. You wouldn't be able to survive the speed. Your eyeballs would pop out. Your blood would boil. Your organs and everything would be. You'd be plastered up against the spaceship walls. You'd pop. The gravity would be so. They just can't. They can't understand it. There's no way around it. You're not going to break 12 G's. For one, that's 12 G's These 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 big time scientists are saying, well, that plane right there these guys can do 12 G's. Yeah, straight, going straight. You ain't gonna do no 12 G's in a bank turn in a jet. It'll rip itself apart and the pilot will die. So it can go 12 G's in a straight shot. But once you try and do any kind of maneuvering at 12 G's, you're dead. And now the scientists and everyone's starting to come around and realize that this is why we can't keep up with this machine, is because it's pulling 50 to 20 G's. Uh, there's no way we can keep up with it, and you're not going to be able to. So, and planes today are not built with materials. Uh, the fighter jets today are not built with high tensity steels and technology, right? It's a it can't take a hit. It's not bulletproof. It is not bulletproof. But when you got something like this, smaller, uh, contained with high tense steel, and it's become bulletproof, and the sky's the limit. Uh, you can go underwater with it. You can go above water with it. You can take shots and still keep going. I mean, unless it's from a big giant missile, right? Then anything, you know, you hit it with something that's powerful enough, it'll knock it out of the sky or dent it or whatever. I mean, we don't even know what kind of materials some of these unidentified objects that are not ours. We did not, humans didn't make them. We don't know what kind of materials they're made out of. You might spend all day pumping massive amount 20 millimeter shells into it and it not even damage it. So we have no idea what kind of steels that they use. That they're not from here, they're from a different planet. I imagine their resources and metals are probably a lot more better than ours. So we have no idea. But don't go shooting them down. Not without authorization. And the last time I checked, the United States government said there's nothing they could do about it. They're not attacking people and they're not hurting anybody, so leave them alone. Right? Last time we checked, there has been no reports in the news or government reports or anything of an alien ship killed somebody. So I would just leave them alone and let them do what they do, which is observe. And that's pretty much it. And I hate to say it, but we do the same thing here in America. We observe. But our technology has become so good that we're observing from outer space. We don't need drones and anything around like that anymore because our technology is, we could see from space. Now, don't be upset or don't be worried, folks. I'm sure whatever these things are, whoever it is, their plans are not to kill us because we would already been dead. And their plans are not to overtake our country because they could have already done that with their technology. So go about your days. Don't shoot them down. And if you find one that might have been in an accident or something, turn it in to the government. Other than that, there ain't nothing you could do about it, folks. I keep telling these people that they don't listen, Lord. But we got the message out. Don't shoot down any of these alien ships yet till you make sure, for one, they're not ours because they're not cheap. And for two, to make sure you don't start an intergalactic war with Darth Vader. I don't know. What am I don't know. Ricky says my stocks are going crazy. You made $3,000 in stocks. Now they're saying that the stocks are getting ready to drop big time. It's only temporary. That's what some of the big stock people are saying. It's actually, they're waiting. We know exactly what's going to happen. We already know what's going to happen, Rick. They're doing good now, but they won't be here soon. Either is the housing market or the car market. It's all going to burst. I know this much. Ricky, your guitars are going to be skyrocketing pretty soon. Pretty soon. All of us guitar players, drum players, musicians are going to be paying out the butt for equipment. From what the professionals are saying, tariffs on everything. They're saying it's going to raise the prices on everything. Gibson won the lawsuit against Trump. Gibson sued Trump and won the cease to exist or whatever it is. And this is what they were afraid of, that these people will just do whatever they want and they will not uphold the laws. Right? Believe me, our government is ready. Not our politicians, our government, our military and FBI and Homeland and the rest of these guys are ready, because we're already seeing these people do whatever they want, and they're using Trump just like they did before. And now Trump is supposedly making guitars. I don't know if that's true, but Gibson slapped a lawsuit on him, and I think they said that yesterday that Gibson won. Trump can no longer put his face on them guitars. Now, I don't know if that's fully, completely true, but it makes sense to me. And probably Gibson don't play around with stuff like that. But here's the thing: what the professionals are saying, Mr. Trump is the president, or going to be, and he thought he's Donald Trump. He could do whatever. And Gibson Guitar Company said, no, you can't, and put a lawsuit on him. And I guess they won. That fast. I guess the judge went ahead and okayed it to assist and whatever. So in other words, they're going to confiscate all of Trump's guitars. And this goes to prove that just because you run a country or you're the president or whatever, or Congress or Senate or whatever, we live in a country of heathens, ran by heathens. And if the government opened the books on these politicians, you people would go nuts. You'd go completely nuts. And I'm with Bobby Kennedy, 100%. They don't tell us nothing until it's too late. Then they tell us. It was like listening to Bobby Kennedy with the Epstein thing. Bobby Kennedy said, yeah, he knew him, but had no idea what he was up to, because the government don't tell them. And the government don't tell the American people. So they had no idea what he was up to. Right? I agree. They probably didn't. All right, we're going to end this video. I'll be back with another video. Remember, don't shoot the drones down because you could be charged $1.5 million in damages. Some of them are cost more than that. Uh, so don't go shooting down any drones, folks, because the law states that these people are allowed to create them. They're allowed to make them. They're allowed to fly them. They're allowed to do whatever they want. The government even has their own drones. Uh, Nothing like the ones they are trying to keep up with, but they do have their own drones. So you don't want to shoot down a drone because it could be a United States military drone. Um, you don't want to get charged with $20 million for shooting down a drone. I know I'm not going to shoot it down. So I wouldn't be shooting them down, and all these people out there in New York, oh, what's going on? Go about your day, folks. Right? When we get a report in that one of these alien ships killed somebody, or then we'll worry about it. But last time I checked, there's no reports of any aliens killed a bunch of people. We just let our country go too long. It's time to fix the world and the United States. Now, you folks have a great night. I will be back again shortly with maybe a fire video. Debbie, how you doing? You hanging in there? We are talking about all things tonight: aliens, drones, UFOs, yada, 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 yada. This is no top secret stuff. This has been out for many, many years, since the 40s. All this technology, it is nothing new. All these people, it ain't top secret. These people are the ones that are monkeying with your minds. They monkeyed with my mind. They played psychological games, madness. And someone came along and said, screw your mind games. Let's go into Armageddon. And that's what we're seeing. We're on our way to Armageddon. Compliments of you people that thought you knew it all and were more superior than everyone else. So blame yourselves. I don't know. But New York, stand down and don't shoot any drones. Don't listen to nobody and don't comply, like Uncle Ted's saying. Don't comply to any of these people. Don't do anything these people are telling you to do. Relax and go about your day. We will let you know if there's been a death by one of these aliens or one of their ships. If there is, then we'll handle it. But there's been nothing. So we are going to, the kind people of the United States are going back to regular life, folks. These people are, I don't understand what happened to our country. Drones, aliens, whatever you want to call them, have been around for millions of years. The ones that America built, our drones, we've been building them since the 40s. I don't know where you people been. I don't know. Maybe it's true. They've been in a cave. Maybe the Lord came and brainwashed them all. And they got no clue of this is all old technology, nothing new. It's aliens that get. No, we had this technology in the 40s. Why they don't know? I don't know. I gotta go. These people that drove me, I gotta have some tea, some tweed tea or something. I don't know. Calm me down. You folks have a good night. I will be back with a fire tonight. All glory goes to God. Amen. And folks, do your history and do your military history, and you will see that these drones are nothing new. I was flying them when I was a child. My father was building them when I was a child. These drones, that you see today were back in the 50s and 60s called RC radio controlled planes and cars and boats. We just took that technology further. It's old technology. You folks have a good day. God bless. I'd love to explain everything to you folks, but I can't. If you don't know by now, you'll never know. And maybe that's the way the government wants it. But I was flying drones when I was a kid. They were just called different things back then, radio controlled planes and stuff. You folks have a great night. God bless. We'll see you later.